There are two kinds of business owners using YouTube. The first group keeps posting, gets zero sales, and YouTube just keeps wasting their efforts. The second group uses YouTube to attract leads, book sales calls, and grow their business without being online all day. The difference isn't consistency, it isn't talent or looks, and it definitely isn't the algorithm. The difference is design. I've spent the last 2 years studying both groups, working one-on-one with founders in the travel, AI automation, and coaching space. And one pattern shows up every time for those who actually get sales from YouTube. In this video, I'm going to break down that exact pattern, the psychology, the content types that actually matter, the complete funnel, and how it all connects to sales without turning you into a full-time YouTuber. But first, let's address the number one reason my businesses actually failed on YouTube. Except you're living under a rock, I do assume you know what stocks are. So stocks are literally like ownership stakes in a business where you buy a couple of stocks and you own a really small percentage of a business. Businesses like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, Google, Meta. Basically, so you buy a stock, you own a literal stock of the business. That's what stock is. And then you have forex day trading, where you're literally tracking the market every day to make a profit based off of different exchange rates in currency. So, and we need to understand this to understand that first reason why most businesses fail. The reason a lot of businesses fail is they treat YouTube like forex day trading instead of treating it like stocks. So what do I mean? So the forex day trading is more like Google ads, right? So with Google ads, we know that, okay, if you spend $100, hopefully you're trying to make 150 back, 200 back, $250 back, 300, 1,000, basically as much as you can make back as possible. That is the ideal outcome you want. But the thing is, you could also lose a lot of money. You could put in like $100,000 for ads and make zero. You could put in 1,000 and make 10,000. That is basically what forex or day trading is. You put in money into the market. Hopefully, you hope it turns a profit, but you could either lose or win. The key word is you make your money back. You could make your money back instantly or not. But as regards to stocks, the thing that makes stocks such a valuable way to become wealthy is because you own an asset, a small percentage of an asset that is increasing year in, year out. And that is the problem. A lot of people go into YouTube thinking it's like ads or like forex day trading, where, okay, I'm going to make 4 videos this month and I'm going to make $50,000. Whereas YouTube is more like stocks. So it's not about the amount of videos you're making. It's about the compounding effect of the videos in 3 to 6 months. So the first reason is just the mindset. A lot of creators, especially business owners, they come into YouTube with the ads mentality. Oh, if I put $1,000 in ads, I should make, in a month, I should make it like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 back. But that's not the way it works. YouTube doesn't work like that. It works like stocks. Yeah? It's a compounding effect that gives you 5x, 10x, 20x return of investments in 3, 6, 12, 12 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. And that's the way we have to look at YouTube. It's long-term growth. So if you're coming into YouTube with the idea of, okay, I'm gonna become a millionaire in a month or in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, it's a wrong mentality. It's a long game. It's not going to happen. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of people, most business owners, they fail. They come into YouTube with the wrong mentality. They come into YouTube with trying to do it in just 1 month and looking for that one hack that's going to explode their YouTube channel. But no, that's not how it works. It takes time to build something this valuable. It takes time to build an empire. Do you understand what I'm saying? And when you're trying to grow on YouTube, that's exactly what you're trying to build. You're trying to build this media empire that's going to feed you for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, just like investing in stocks. Because once you have a big enough portfolio, it's going to feed you for life. As long as you keep investing little by little. And that's the first thing a lot of people need to understand. YouTube is a long form game. It's not like ads or day trading where you can put in like 1,000 and hopefully you get like 5,000, 10,000 by the end of the week. No, you put in little by little every week or every month. And after 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, you build something beyond your wildest imagination. So I really want you to reframe your mindset around YouTube. This is not some, quick get rich scheme. It's going to take time, but it's also going to be rewarding. So that's the first thing. It's the first reason, because people they post like 4 YouTube videos. It doesn't go viral or it gets like 10 to 15 views and then they stop posting videos. But it's the compounding effect that matters, because that is when you see the results. And so that is the most important thing people have to understand, is the compounding effect of YouTube. Now that you understand how to think about YouTube, the real question is, why do some creators book 15 plus sales calls a month, make thousands in revenue on YouTube, and others zero? This is where YouTube psychology comes in. So YouTube psychology has 3 phases. So the first phase is your ideal viewer, ideally they've landed on YouTube, and then your video pops up on their homepage. And then they also have the other options. So here we have this option that they may be trying to watch, or they may have this option. So, but ideally, you want them to watch your video. So, and the one thing that's going to make them watch your video is your video thumbnail. So the first phase is getting them interested enough to stop and check out what your thumbnail is saying. If your ideal audience isn't fascinated by your thumbnail, then we never even get to phase 2. So, and what is phase 2? Phase 2 is they've decided your thumbnail has interested them enough, and now they are reading your video title. So, and all this happens in a split second. So they see your thumbnail, they're like, okay, this is a good thumbnail. I think, what is this video about? Then they read the video title. So the video title has one job: make them curious. Make them curious to check back the thumbnail. So this is what happens. They see the thumbnail, okay, read the title, okay, now I'm no longer interested, I'm curious. So by phase 2, you want them to go from this looks interesting to I wonder what he's talking about. And then by phase 3, they've decided to click on the video. And by this point in time, they are not just they haven't just clicked on the video. Now they want to have their expectations met. So this is the most important thing about YouTube psychology, is that we need to get them interested. When your video pops up on their homepage, we need to get them interested. The thumbnail has to be interesting enough for them to say, oh, okay, what's going on here? And the next thing is your title has to make them curious, because they read the title, they go back to the thumbnail, and they're like, okay, now I'm curious. What is he talking about? I think this video is going to help me solve my problem. And then we go to the third phase. Now we have to confirm why they clicked on the video with your video intro and set expectations. So at this point in time, they've decided to watch your video. And here you now have to confirm why they clicked on the video. If your video promises, if your cover promises that, oh, they're going to lose weight, you have to confirm that this video is going to help them lose weight. And then you have to set expectations. What should they expect in this video? Why should they stick around? So that is the 3-phase system. Get them interested, get them curious, then get them to confirm why they clicked on your video in the first place, and set expectations going forward in your video. This is how you get attention on YouTube. But attention is useless if you do not understand this next step. So I went out one day to, basically, I needed a charger for my phone, right? I needed a charger for my phone. So but before I went out to get the charger, I was also hungry. It was lunchtime, so I decided to drive down to like a local eatery to like just get a sandwich. You know, I didn't want to eat heavy because I was still working, but I just wanted a sandwich and an energy drink. And so I pulled up to the eatery, and I parked outside. And right before I went in, this man approaches me with his wares, and I was like, I'm not interested, because there's always a bunch of them. If you've grown up in Nigeria, maybe wherever else you guys are from, but if you've grown up in Nigeria, you know, immediately you park at an eatery, a swarm of people are all trying to sell you shades. They're trying to sell you like different things. So this man approaches me, and he's saying, hey, he has car decorations, he has shades for me. And I wasn't really interested, man. I just wanted to get my sandwich and dip and get back to work. So, but then he mentioned something. He's like, I also have iPhone chargers. And keep in mind, I also needed an iPhone charger. My intention was to get the food and then go drive down to another store to get the charger. So when he mentioned that, he piqued my interest. And I was like, oh, okay, you have an iPhone charger. How much is it? So keep in mind that he's pitched me like almost 12, 20 different things before the charger, and I ignored him. And the only time I decided to listen to him is because he actually had what I wanted. He had the charger. I was going to buy a charger. So I was like, oh, okay, you actually have a charger. Does it work? And then I bought a charger from this dude. So keep in mind, the most important thing, the reason I'm telling this story is something a lot of people miss: target audience alignment. Is your videos have to be aligned with what your target audience wants. Don't sell them a hamburger if what they want is a charger. Why are you selling them a hamburger? They don't want a hamburger, bro. They want a charger, so sell them a charger. So in that case, he pitched like 20 different things that I didn't want, so I didn't care. Until he mentions that, oh, I also sell chargers. Do you need an iPhone charger? And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. I actually need one. And then his eyes lit up because I think he hadn't made a sale that day. And then I got a charger from him. He was happy. I was happy. I could charge my phone now. So the lesson of the story is like his target audience alignment. That small story was, and after I got my sandwich, I was like, the only reason I bought from this dude is because he actually, eventually he had what I wanted. And that's, a lot of people make that mistake on YouTube because you want to get leads on YouTube, but you're not making content your leads are interested in. For example, you're a real estate coach, right? And your audience is trying to get into real estate, but you're making a fitness vlog on YouTube. It doesn't make sense. And keep in mind, as brain dead as it sounds, a lot of people do this. They're a transformation coach, they're a business coach, whatever they're doing, but they're making videos about their life in Thailand, and your audience isn't interested in that. They are interested in whatever their own pain points or desires are. And that is the content we need to frame around target audience alignment. Don't sell a hamburger if your audience just wants the charger. Sell them the charger. They don't want a hamburger, they want a charger. Just like in the story, don't sell shades, don't sell car decorations, don't sell car parts. He doesn't need that, or he or she doesn't need that. Sell what they need in the moment. They need a car charger, so sell that to them. I hope this illustration makes sense because that story it really reinforced this marketing thing of target audience alignment. What your content is about, your topics has to merge with what your target audience's interests are. If there's no overlapping, then no one is going to care about your content. And you need people to care about your content if you want them to, in the future, buy your products or whatever services you're selling. That is very important. So sell them the charger, don't sell them the hamburger. The key point is your content has to be aligned with your target audience's interests. You have to make sure it's aligned. And I'm going to break down how you can do this before you start creating content on YouTube. I call this the PPGDDCBA formula. I know it's pretty long, but it's also going to be pretty useful. Let me break it down. So the first things first is pain points. So the first P is pain points. How do they feel about the problem? So you need to really understand, how do they feel? When they can't solve that problem, how does it make them feel? How frustrated are they? What negative emotions comes around not being able to solve that problem? And then the next P is the problems. What is that problem they can't do? Is it like they can't lose weight? Is it like they can't scale their business to $1 million a month? Or they can't scale it to 100,000 a month? Or they can't get that real estate deal? Or their videos aren't going viral on Instagram? What problem is that? And usually you should do the problem before the pain points, because when you understand the problem, then you can understand the pain points. Oh, why is it so frustrating? How does it make them feel? Are they embarrassed? Do they feel like inadequate? So we need to understand the problem, and then the pains those problems make your target audiences feel. The next is the goal. So what specific thing do they want? Keep in mind, specific. It has to be specific. Do they want to go viral on Instagram? Do they want 1 million views on Instagram? Do they want 10 plus 15 sales calls a month? Do they want to get a wife? Do they want to get a girlfriend? Do they want to get laid? If you're a relationship coach, there's people who help guys and women out with that. Do they want to scale their business to $1 million a month? Do they just want to make their first $1,000 a month? What specific goal are they targeting? And then the next is the desire. Why do they want to achieve that thing? Is it financial freedom? Is it time, location? Is it are they trying to make their girlfriend happy? Maybe, and it could be something even less. Maybe they just want to buy a Ferrari. Maybe that's the one thing that's driving them. They want a Ferrari. But usually there's a deeper reason, is they want more time freedom. They want to be able to take care of their mom, their dad. They want to be able to break free from a 9 to 5. So you have to think deeply. They want to feel more confident in their bodies if they're trying to lose weight. So we have to think deeply. What is the desire behind why they want to achieve that goal? Next thing is day in the life. What does a day in their life look like for them? And now, to when people see this, you have to understand, like, think it in terms of in relation to the problem they are going through. Not, oh, they watch Netflix in the morning and then we don't care about all of that. We mean like, oh, if they have a problem, what are they trying to do to solve it in their day-to-day, and how are they fitting it within their current schedule? This lets you understand their time constraints. Do they have time for this? What do they not have time for? What do they understand? What are they lacking? What are they lacking in terms of, oh, they're not doing enough of this daily? So we need to understand their day in the life. The next thing is the common solutions. What have they tried in the past and why did they fail? If they've tried going viral, are they trying to copy like guru creators? Are they making talking head reels? Are they making B-roll reels? Are they just posting carousels? Why have they tried to go viral? Why did they fail? So understand the common solutions. And then the next thing is the beliefs. What are their empowering and limiting beliefs? So what are those beliefs that's either holding them back or is helping them succeed. So for some people, they think they can't make $1,000 a month online. Some people think they need to be super smart to start an online business. They think they need to be like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos. Some people think they need huge capital to start an online business. So those are like limiting beliefs. Then empowering beliefs could be, something like, I can make it regardless of my race, regardless of my gender, regardless of my sexual orientation, regardless of where I come from. So we need to understand, what do they believe, and then we need to break their limiting beliefs, and then we need to basically increase the match of that their empowering beliefs. The final and the most important thing is awareness level. How aware are they of their problem? So you need to know whether your audience is very aware of their problem and they want to solve it immediately, or they don't really even know they have a problem. And then you need to make them aware that this is a problem they'll have in the future. Or are they looking for solutions? And then you just have to show them why your solution is the best. So this is how you basically understand your target audience and align your content to whatever their problems, their goals, their desires, their beliefs are. And then you can shift those beliefs and make them future clients, future customers, future leads. Once your video topics match your target audience's interests, the next step is avoiding this mistake 80% of founders make. Most founders think views and subscribers are the most important metrics for getting leads and sales on YouTube. It's not. And that's because views and subscribers are just aesthetic or brand metrics. And let me explain what aesthetic or brand metrics are. So brand metrics are things that make you look good. Yeah. If a channel has 1,000 subscribers and a channel has 1,000,000 subscribers, obviously a channel with 1,000,000 subscribers looks better. If a channel has 1,000 views on the video and another has 10 million views of a video, the video with 10 million views look better. But that's all it does. It's aesthetics. It just makes it look better. It gives it more, a bigger brand. It gives it more perceived influence. It just looks better. But in terms of business, if you're trying to generate leads, make sales, grow your business on YouTube, it doesn't matter. It's not about views or leads. What you really need to be focused on are conversion metrics. So now, what are conversion metrics? Conversion metrics are the metrics that actually lead to sales on YouTube. That's how simple it is. These metrics actually lead to sales, and 80% of founders ignore them because they listen to gurus who tell them to chase views and subscribers. But that's just brand, it's aesthetics. You can have a huge channel and make $0 because there's no it's a lot. Yes, you gain a lot of views, but there's no target audience alignment, like what we said earlier. So it's a lot of views from people who don't care. They just watch your videos because maybe they find you entertaining or they find the videos entertaining, but they don't match with your offer. And so because they don't match with your offer or whatever product you're selling, they're not going to work or buy from you. And that's the first thing we need to understand is brand metrics. They make you look good. Don't get me wrong. Having a channel with 1,000,000 subscribers, 10 million views is going to make you feel good. It's going to make you look good. But is it going to lead to sales? No. You need to focus more on conversion metrics if you want to make sales, because these are the metrics that actually show you what's working and what's not working in terms of revenue generation, revenue and lead generation. So what are these conversion metrics? Let's address them. So the first one is impressions. So impressions are literally just the amount of views, the amount of people who see your video. So for example, if a video has 500 impressions, it means YouTube showed it to 500 people. And then if a video has 5,000 impressions, it means YouTube showed your video to 5,000 people. So the most important thing about impressions is we need to make sure the right people are seeing the video. So we don't want 500 or 5,000 random people. We want 500 or 5,000 targeted people who are your target audience. The next metric we need to watch out for is click-through rate. So click-through rate now is, okay, if let's say 500 people saw your video, right? But only 1% decided to watch. So that's just 5. That's a horrible click-through rate. So 500 people saw it, but just 5 people decided to watch it. Not good. So let's say, again, same video, 500 videos, and then you get 10% click-through rate. So now 50% people decide to check out your video. That's good because we have more people watching your video. And the more people who watch your video, the higher it is, you're going to get the next metric, which is average view duration. So the average view duration literally just means, on average, how long does a viewer spend watching your video? And this is important, especially for your CTAs. So for example, if your video is 10 minutes long, okay, 10 minutes is pretty short. If your video is 30 minutes long, right? Your video is 30 minutes long, and your video occurs around the 20th minute, your CTA occurs around the 28 minutes mark. But your average view duration is just 10 minutes. So it means your audience is watching like 1/3 of your video. They're only watching the first 10 minutes. So they're never going to see your CTA. So you can have a video that does, let's say it does 10,000 views. But of those 10,000 views, the average view duration is just like 10 minutes. And you are worried, oh my God, they didn't generate any sales. Oh my God, I didn't get any booked calls. I didn't get anything. It's because no one even got to your CTA. They didn't even know you have something to offer them because they've already bounced in the first 10 minutes. Because your CTA is in the last 2/3 of your video. So no one even saw your CTA. I hope you know if that makes sense. And these metrics are so important because with this, we know how many people have come in, how many people decided to watch, how many people stayed watching. And with this information, we can know where to place, what's it called, CTAs. And so with a 30-minute video, if we know, oh, in the first 10 minutes, that's when your audience typically dips, we can do two things. Try and make them much longer with improving the structure of the video, or put the CTA earlier so we can catch those people who are interested but did not even know you had an offer. I hope that makes sense. So this is how we can use these metrics to actually improve conversion rates, which leads me to the last metric, your landing page conversions. So we need to also track how many people are getting to your landing page, whether you're trying to get them to join your email list, whether you're trying to get them to book a call, whether it's a direct sales page and you want them to buy your course. How many people are, when they land on your page, how many people are converting to paid subscribers, paid clients, paid leads, whatever you're selling, how many people are converting? And we track this every single month. This is how we know what is actually going to get you not just views and subscribers on YouTube, but sales, generate leads, generate revenue. Because if you're a business owner, that is what you really care about. So now you know the metrics that actually matter. The real question is, what types of content should you actually post to attract the right people? So let's dive into that right now. So there's two content types you need to focus on posting on YouTube. The first is searchable content, and the next is clickable content. So what exactly is searchable content? Searchable content is making content based on keywords your audiences are using to search for solutions to their problems. So for example, I'll use this because this is like the easiest example. If you're a fitness coach and you help men over 40 lose weight, basically think reverse engineer and think, okay, what are they thinking of when they're trying to look for solutions? So basically they will probably say, okay, how to lose weight as a 40-year-old man. Very simple. So the keywords there is lose weight, 40-year-old man. And then we create content using those keywords. So it's losing weight, 40-year-old man, or how to lose weight as a corporate CEO, as a corporate 9-to-5 CEO. Maybe they don't have time. How to lose weight even though I don't have, and even though I even how to lose weight within 9-to-5. So we have to reverse engineer the whole process and think, what is our target audience thinking of when they're searching for solutions online? What are they thinking of when they're searching for solutions? And then we create content around those solutions using the keywords that we know they're searching for. So which will be losing weight, maybe losing fat, maybe getting fit, over 40, as a 40-year-old man, as a 40-year-old dad. So then we create content around these keywords. So YouTube puts your content in front of the right people. So that's the whole idea behind making searchable content. And the whole idea behind making clickable content is YouTube, there's two ways YouTube can show your video to your audience. The first way, which I mentioned, searchable, they type it in the YouTube search bar and then your video comes up. And clickable, whereby your video appears on the homepage. It appears on the homepage in front of your target audience. And this way, we can get people to, they don't have to search. YouTube basically recommends it based on videos they've already watched. So YouTube thinks they're going to like your video. And so the most important thing here is we have to make them curious enough to check out your video. I'll use the same example of the fitness coach. So let's say we know it's a 40-year-old man trying to lose weight. Why most 40-year-old men will never lose, why most 40-year-old men never lose weight? Fix these habits now. And so it makes them curious enough. So do you see the key difference? The searchable content is aimed at providing them with solutions. Step-by-step solutions. The clickable content is aimed at shifting their beliefs. So these are the only two types of content you need to post. Make content that gives your audience step-by-step solutions, step-by-step tutorials on how to solve something. This way you build trust with them. Then you have to make content that shifts their beliefs. This way you appear as someone in a position of authority. So you're like, damn, this guy knows a lot. And so these two ways we're building trust. One, you're building trust by helping them solve their day-to-day problems with whatever they're trying to do, whatever goal they're trying to solve that relates to your offer. And the second is you are building trust by showing them that you know your shit, basically. Like, oh, this guy knows a lot about losing weight. He's helped a lot of people lose weight. And so this way we build trust through every video we post is building more and more trust with the audience. So eventually, maybe they don't decide to take your offer on the first video or the second video, but they might take it on the third, fourth, fifth video. And now you have someone who consistently buys anything you have to sell because they are just a huge fan of you, which is why YouTube is so powerful. That is why Alex Omuzi can make about like $100 million on launch with his new book. He just has such a loyal fan base that loves what he does. And he's built it by doing these two specific things. He makes searchable content, how to do this, basically how to content that gives tutorials to help his clients solve smaller problems and belief shifting problems. Like, watch this video if you're lazy but ambitious. So if you do feel lazy and ambitious, you would check out that video. And so these are the only two types of content you need to post if you're trying to generate leads and grow your business on YouTube, because you're going to kill two birds with one stone. You're providing value and you're building trust. Both value and trust, two important metrics for building a brand that grows over time, that builds this media empire of goodwill, where people are just willing to work with you based off of everything you've done and everything you've said. Now that you know the metrics and the types of content that actually work, it's easier to see why some businesses book 15 plus sales calls a month and while others book 0. If you want, I can personally walk you through how to design your YouTube strategy so it can generate leads for your business. You can book a free strategy call with me. Just click the first link in the description. Now let's break down the only funnel you need to turn views into booked calls. Once you've gotten your content ready, so that's the traffic side. The funnel, the only thing you need to make your funnel work is traffic and conversion. So you're making searchable and clickable content. Now we have to convert all that traffic into booked calls or email list subscribers or sales for your digital product, or maybe you're trying to get them to join your paid school community or paid WOP. Whatever you're trying to get them to do, the next part of the equation is conversion, because we got the traffic from content. Now we got to convert them into clients or subscribers or sales, whatever you're selling. So basically conversion happens two ways. Either sending them to a landing page, then basically once they land on that landing page, we put up a form to qualify the right leads to book the call with you, or we send them to a lead magnet page to collect their email, and then we nurture them with email campaigns to eventually also book a call with you. So this system is important because when 100% of your traffic, not all of them are going to want to book a call. So that's like 20%. So let's say you have 100 people who clicked from your video to check out your landing page. So like, let's say like 20 of them are going to book a call. They're going to go through and book a call. The remaining 80, if you don't have no way to convert them, you're just leaving them for your competitors. So the best thing to do is give them a little something more to trust you. And that is a lead magnet. So you send them to a page, an opt-in page, to collect basically offer them something for free to collect their info. And when you do this, we nurture them with email to eventually book a call. This way we capture 100% of the audience. So this is very important, because one thing with YouTube is, as much as it's a great platform for building trust and building and growing your business, there's also competition. And the business owners, the creators who win above other creators are those who convert with not just YouTube. They have this going on in the back end. They have a landing page and a call qualifier funnel and a lead magnet plus email campaign funnel. So basically they're capturing 20% of the audience that is going to land on their landing page and book a call because they're ready to buy. Those are like hot, really warm leads. And they're also nurturing the cold, not really warm leads through email campaigns and showing them extra value one-on-one through email. So this is literally the only funnel you need to build if you're trying to make sales on YouTube. Now let's break down the math behind the real high ticket offer. This is why $50,000 a month is very, very realistic on YouTube. So the three things you need to easily make $50,000 a month on YouTube is: one, a proven offer. So you already have people paying for your solution. Two, proven delivery. Your clients are already getting real results. And the third is proven authority. You already have trust in the market. If you have these three things, hitting $50,000 a month on YouTube is very realistic. And because of this, you don't have to rely on virality, or the word a lot of poor people like using, luck. I hate that word. You don't have to rely on luck. Instead, you just need a repeatable content system. So a repeatable content system, meaning you do it every month, 4 or 8 videos a month, plus a predictable conversion system. So you either have that landing page funnel or that email funnel to convert warm leads and cold leads. So now that's the hardest part, which is the credibility. That's the proven offer, the proven delivery, proven authority. The rest is just engineering. So let's dive into the 50K a month math for a real creator, a real SaaS founder. And this is why you don't need a massive audience to do this. You just need the right leverage. So his core scalable layer is Closio. It's a cold email software, and the pricing is from 97 to 297 a month. And the conversion comes from, we make YouTube demos, basically YouTube demos on how I book 15 sales calls a month using cold email. Basically case study videos, and this is a math. So we get like 300 users at $147 on average, which generates about $44,000 a month. So this is like no calls, no fulfillment drag, just volume plus trust. So people, they watch the videos, and then from the videos, they go to like subscribe to use his software. So that's like the small ticket. This is like the low ticket offer. And then The mid-ticket offer is a course where he helps them build their cold email funnel with it's a group. It's not like it's a course. It's like a school community. So the pricing is from 497 to like 997, from a bigger group to a smaller group if you want more like detailed attention. So the conversion is long form YouTube breakdowns, objection handling videos, and start here videos. So basically targeting people who have like they've been burnt by cold email. They don't, oh, this thing doesn't work. Basically just handling their objection, showing them enough proof that, okay, this thing does work and this is how to do it. For example, for this, you need like just 25 sales at a 997 to make $24,000 a month. So this is two offers: low ticket offer and mid ticket offer, and now his high ticket coaching offer, which is from 3,000 to 10,000. So with this, he does just like calls, one-on-one calls, where you have one-on-one access to him. You can text him anytime. He's going to help you out. And for this, he only needs like 5 to 10 calls a month. And so with 10 clients at 5K, he's already at 50K, $50,000 a month. So it's low volume, it's high margins, it's zero stress. The people who want to book a call, they book a call with him because they've built so much trust from just watching his content. And this is why YouTube is so powerful, because you have one channel, 3 different offers, a multiple paths to $50,000 a month. So this is why, like, I tell people, like, and you don't really need a massive audience. You can do this with 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 of the right people who actually are your target audience and are willing to pay 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 for your high ticket offer. And you can also use this to get leads for your low and mid ticket offers. This is why YouTube is so insane. So this math shows you what's possible in 3 to 6 months. Now let's show you who you need on your team to actually get there. So the first person you need on your team is a YouTube strategist. So basically, this person is going to help you come up with the video ideas, script the videos, do the overall strategy for the channel, and make sure your branding is on point. The next person you need on your team is a video editor. So this person is also responsible for like the packaging, but more in like retention, making sure the videos are good enough to keep people watching till the end. So maybe doing graphics, when you're telling stories, showing images to depict the stories. So this person is just in charge of making sure your viewers watch as long as possible. Whereas the first person is making sure the right people come into your channel, the right people are watching your videos, and the right people, and you're building a community around the right people who actually want to buy your offer. And last but not least is the third person is the thumbnail designer. So the job of the thumbnail designer is really important, because the thumbnails are really important on YouTube, and their job is to make sure as many people as possible who see your video click to watch the video. That's the job of the thumbnail designer. They need to understand the psychology behind thumbnails and how to get as many people to watch your video, to click on your video when they see it on their homepage, or when they see it when they see it if they are searching for a solution on YouTube. So this is the exact team setup that makes YouTube work without burning you out. You don't have to do this yourself. If you want, you can DM YouTube on Instagram if you want to work with someone who already has a team, so you don't have to build all this by yourself. Just click the second link in my description and send me YouTube on Instagram. Now let's break down the production system that keeps everything running smoothly. So to create content consistently, you need a solid plan. This plan is called the batch creation system. So content for the next month will be created in the previous months. For example, content for February should be completed and scheduled in January, and content for March should be completed and scheduled in February. So let me give a more graphic explanation. So let's say the last week of February, what we're going to do is look at the analytics for the month, see where we messed up and see where we got to improve. And then we ideate ideas for the month after March. We ideate and script for the month after March, because keep in mind, the videos for March should have already been scheduled in February. And so in the first week of February, what we're going to just do is review the scripts and then record the videos for the month of April. In the second week of March, we're going to edit the videos and review the edits, and then review the edits of the videos by the second week of March. And by the third week of March, basically we're doing the final reviews, making sure the videos are perfect, and then we're scheduling it by the third week of March. And then by the fourth week, we're just doing analytics for March. How did our videos perform in March? Where did we mess up? Where do we need to improve? And then we're doing more ideation. We're doing ideation for the month after April. So keep in mind, by March, we've already scheduled the videos for April. So the most important, the next thing now is we're working on the next month. We're doing ideation for May, and we're scripting videos for May. This way, we're always a month ahead and we're never behind. So no matter what happens, let's say you have an emergency, there's always videos going. We're keeping the system going. We're compounding. We're growing. We're always doing like investing, basically showing up, investing, building trust and value with the audience. So this is the full system: mindset, content, funnel, team, and production. But to really turn YouTube into a client acquisition system, you need to build the right team members. That's why I made a video deep diving into how to actually hire the best team for your business. Click the video you see on your screen right now to watch how to build a YouTube team that will actually help you grow your business on YouTube. Peace, and I'll see you in the next one.